everyone. Today is Tuesday, Testimony Tuesday. It's October 22nd. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Hey, ho. Hey, ho. Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. Hope you slept well. I got up a little later today. I got up at 6, maybe 6:05ish. I did say my prayers, but yeah, I didn't mean to. Chapo did do his job. Well, I kind of was up off and on throughout the night. I was so tired, but it was so hard to rest, you know. But I did finally go to sleep, obviously. God is good. I did imagine the bathroom, so I am going to use this cream today. So, I need to pay a bill and get another inhaler. I think I got half a puff left, maybe. And I did that this morning because it was hard to breathe. It's such a sewer. It's just a funky like smell in the air, and it's just sometimes certain smells just do something too. Let's see. Sorry guys, I was trying to find my iron heels. Hadn't taken any. I had stopped taking stuff. You know, I just had took a break from donating. And when I took that break, I stopped taking stuff. But I'm breaking no break. Just a headache. Breaking no break. I should continue taking my Women's Daily with iron. I should still continue with that because that is needed. You know. Iron is, you know, my health is important. Not saying that that's going to solve all issues and things, no. But a lot of times, for me anyway, with being so tired a lot, you know, I do believe it has a lot to do with iron. And I used to be very anemic back in the day. I don't think I'm as anemic now as I was. But yeah, it's you know, I figure, girl, get back on what you're supposed to get on. And I said I was going to do it before, but just kept forgetting. And that's my issue. I keep forgetting. Right? So, I'm going to leave it out so that I can see it. You know, out of sight, out of mind. So, I feel like if I see it, I'll remember to take it. So, here's the Women's Daily with iron and Women's Multi. It's been hot, so these kind of that went in the garbage because I dropped it on the floor. Put it right here so I can see them and remember to take them. These I have to chew, this I can swallow. I did make my coffee this morning. I made a big cup because a lot of times when speaking with you all, I drink it so fast So I was like, you know what? Make a bigger cup. I can always put it in the microwave if it cools down. So good. I used pumpkin spice today. I can't swallow these. It says to chew it and to chew it thoroughly, so. um, and let me tell y'all, last night I watched, what's the name of it? Woman of the Hour. It was good. I recommend it. It was based off a true story. Okay. I think that's what. I'm sorry, I'm looking like that because I see a spot on my glasses. Yeah, regardless of all the hardening and stuff, I still lost a freaking nail. This one. The fact that it's based off a true story for me is what made it more interesting. Here you have this young man, easy on the eyes. I wouldn't say super, fine. Very easy on the eyes. Not stupid. But you have this young man, photographer, and for years and years and years, apparently this young man has been killing young women, young girls. And I did see in his portfolio a guy. They didn't mention that, but I don't know if the guy seemed feminine to him. I don't know what the case was. I don't know if he was into guys as well. I don't know. But, yeah, he lures them with, oh, you're beautiful. Oh, model. Let's take your picture. Da 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 da. Tell your story. All these type of things. And then he usually takes them out pretty far somewhere in this desert, right? And when he came on, that's what he was doing. And it's like he one way one moment and another way the next. And you can tell by his facial expression, it's like it just quick, right? The one young lady, he chokes her to death. And I won't necessarily say to death. He chokes her out. Then he gives her mouth to mouth to bring her back to life, just to attack her again. I'm like, that's sick. So it's like he's battling in his mind. It's like a battle, the young man at the job, he's sitting around showing everybody his photos and things like that. And one guy said, their parents let you pick these pictures and da-da-da-da. And then he tells them, oh, the parents paid me, things like that. So obviously the pictures, everybody that he's killed is in this photo album. He carries them around. So the one young man that, works where he works, was handing out mail to everybody, and he asked one of the ladies when he went to his desk, where he was. And she said, oh, he's probably up front, da-da-da-da. So he goes up there, and it's like you could tell he kind of has a fear or something. And so he tells him, why don't you come on around and look? And, and he's staring at him. He's focused on him. Even with all the people around him, you can tell he's focused and he's watching this young man. Young guy comes over. He's like, you would be perfect for filming and da-da-da-da. Let's set up I would love to take your picture. How about blah, blah, blah. And the guy was like, okay. And the boss comes in and say, hey, there's some people to see you up front. He was like, oh, yeah, what? He was like, it's the police. And everybody looked, got quiet. He said, oh, okay. He said, yeah. He said, one of my cameras was stolen early in the week, and I, put out what he said, I did a report, filed a report. So you can tell he's a little hasty in a hurry. So he goes in the room with the cops. He's sitting, he's talking to them. He's talking to them all, he got the smile on his face at the same time. And he's still looking out the window, focused on this young man. Focused on them, focused on this young man, right? Putting on this, happy, everything's fine. He comes out the office with the cops, and they're like, yeah, we're so sorry it bothered you. We had to follow up, and, da-da-da-da. So what's going on in my mind is maybe the young man reported him to the cops, right? Was like, blah, blah. I don't know. Because when the cops left, no problem, officer, he's smiling and everything. He gets ready to turn to go back to work, and he's hearing, he goes by this one room, and he's hearing these people gossip about him. The minute he looks in the room at them, they all turn away. That bothered him, so he goes in the bathroom. He's shaking and put water on his face, not knowing that there was somebody in the bathroom. That somebody just so happened to be that young man. He heard. So he stopped. He went and walked over to the urinal, looked to see who it was. And the young man was, hurrying up what he was doing and said, hey, he said, hey, how you doing? He said, maybe next time. He said, maybe next time. He said, some things I have to do. I have to stay late. They're understaffed, at work here tonight. Da, 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 da. So maybe we can reschedule. The guy was like, okay. But, it's his facial expression would have told me I would never. Okay. Matter of fact, I'd have found a new job. So he then goes, I don't know if he's planting himself in certain places. I'm not sure how or what. And actually, I think he's doing a little bit of both. Some of it's just by it just happened to happen. And then others, I think he's planting himself. For example, this young lady just moved into her apartment. She's talking to her friends on the phone. She's about to paint, and she wastes the paint on herself and goes to take a shower. While she's in the shower, she don't hear the bell just ring, 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 ring. She comes out the shower, she looks out the window, she sees the moving truck, and she says, oh, I'm here. She runs down. And they were like, we were ringing on your bell for I don't know how long. She said, I'm so sorry, I was in the shower. My thing is, if you knew you had movers coming and you wasted paint, you should have got in there and got that paint off your leg and kept it moving. On her foot, you just wasted it. Get it off, keep it moving. She's taking a whole shower. She's singing and humming and everything. She done got comfortable. So he was like, oh, no problem. So all her stuff, they had it outside in front of her apartment. And she was like, you just going to leave it here? He was like, we got other jobs to do. You know what I'm saying? Our time is of importance. We're on a schedule. We rang your bell. We could have had this stuff up. You didn't respond, so here it is. They left. So she just happened to see this guy out in front taking pictures. So she calls him over and asks, I guess, if he could help, because the next thing they show is him helping her carry the stuff up the stairs. And she was like, this is the last piece, I swear. He was like, I hope so. So she offers him a beer. They sit there having a conversation or whatever. And so after a while, I don't know, she started, I guess, maybe to feel a little uneasy. So then she gets up. She said, well, I do have to get ready and get this stuff in order. And she took the beer out of his hand. Like, she wasn't waiting on him. She took it out of his hand like, okay, let's get ready to go. And so he leaned back. His whole everything changed. He said, so you said you're a stewardess? He started asking her questions about that. Next thing you know, she's screaming and yelling for her life. You could barely hear her. And she was a big girl, not fat, but big. Like she could have been a wrestler or something, even in her facial features or whatever. And I was like, she gonna probably get his butt a run. He took her out. So they would show you different years, like 1979, 1971. You know, certain instances where he's killed a young lady or something, right? So, uh, the picture, the young lady who she was an inspiring actress, and she was in California. Her sorry guys. 1 second. 1 second. So, she was sorry about that, inspiring actress, and she was like, "Listen, I can't pay my rent." She's sitting at home these interviews where you got people that just ignorant interviewers, these guys that don't give a crap. So anyway, she sent her on this game show. She figured go on a game show, you get exposure. So she went. She didn't like the questions. She was very uncomfortable and irritated. And so the girls that was doing her hair told her, do what you want to do. What he gonna do? Get mad? The show is going on. This will be the last time he'll ever see you. Do what you want to do. And this was the boss, the game show host, right? The questions were stupid, berating, sexist. She came in one dress that he had to put her on a different dress. It just was pitiful. So she made up her own question. She took control of the show. Dude was pissed, but she took control of the show. Now, out of the 3 bachelors that were up there, he was one of them. He was bachelor number 3. And during the break, he had told bachelor number 2, they were, he was having a slight conversation with them. And so he asked bachelor number 2 a question. He was talking about, a cup size, this, that, and the other. Long story short, he was talking about what he would do, and bachelor number 3, which was the murderer, he's like, no, you won't. And the guy was like, what do you mean? What you talking about? He was like, because I always win. I always get the girl. And she asked the question of bachelor 3 that would require bachelor 3 to tell something that bachelor 2 and 1 said. He did. So bachelor, at the end of the show, while they were waiting, actually, and right before when the show had started, there was a girl with her boyfriend and the boyfriend's family in the audience, and she seen bachelor number 3. She started shaking it. He's like, "What's going on?" She left. She said, "I gotta get out of here." She left. She knocked over the thing, and I thought for sure he saw her. I'm pretty sure she probably got killed because I had forward, so I'm not sure. But she said that he was the one that murdered her friend, and the cops don't seem to be doing their job, and she's trying to let people know. She even gathered up her strength to go back in there and ask to speak to the manager so she can let them know who I need to speak to, whoever owns this game show, to tell them what's going on. The security guard was like, when she told him what was going on, he was like, yeah, hold on. He took her to a room. It was like, good luck to you and everything. He took her to the janitor's room. He had no intentions on, I guess he didn't believe her. But anyway, so when they went back, while they were waiting, they were talking, and number 2 said, why would you do that? He said, well, she asked, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, you're a real whatever. He said, you know what, after this show, how about you and I? He said, how about we do it now? He says, as a matter of fact, he said, how about you give me your card, your address, and I'll meet you. He said, let's exchange information, right? So Bachelor 2 was like, okay, yeah. You know, you could tell he was a little nervous about it. And so, as he gives Bachelor number 3, the murderer, his card, Bachelor number 3 gives him what we thought was a card. When he said, "What is this?" It was a picture of a young lady. I guess he had beat her up real bad or whatever. And he dropped it. He's like, "What is that? Are you sick?" He said, "It's fake. It's fake." He said something else to him. Bachelor number 3 said, and put the picture in his mouth and chewed it and walked off. At the end, when she, chose Bachelor number 3, and they bring each bachelor out. Bachelor number 1 didn't even hug her, no. He just walked. She reached out to shake his hand. I think he shook it real fast and walked off because he was really slow, dumb, and the question she was asking made him really look, bad. Bachelor number 2, he gave her a hug and he whispered in her ear, "Watch out for this A blank." And so that she was looking like that made her real nervous. She looked around and stuff. And so, but when he came around the corner, and again, he wasn't like ugly and crazy looking. She was like, "Oh, hi, So after the show, he's standing outside. She's finna go on about her business. He's standing outside. And he's like, "Well, you want to go have a drink?" And so they did. And that's the part I had told y'all about earlier when she was telling the waitress. He tells her, "So you parked at the studio?" She was like, "Yeah." He said, "I'll walk with you." So he's walking with her and stuff. He asks her for her number. And when they get almost to her car, he asked her to repeat the number, the part I told y'all. So anyway, he ends up, she ends up saying, she says, "No." He said, "So I guess we won't be going to," because they want a trip together, whatever. He said, "I guess we won't be going, huh?" She was like, "No, I won't be going anywhere with you," because his whole everything had changed. And because especially since he found out that the number was incorrect. And so she was, looking back at him like, should I walk, shouldn't I walk? And so she went to turn away, and he said something about, he said, "I guess I see you around." She said, "Yeah, I guess." He said, "So I can bash your head." She said, "What? What did you say?" And he smiled at her. So she turned, she started to walk away. She started to walk faster and faster, and he's walking fast. He's away from her, but walking faster and faster toward her. And so as she gets to the car, she's fumbling to put the keys in. He right up on her and grabs her. She's like, "Get your hands off my car." He's finna mess her butt up. But it just so happens people was coming out of the studio, and that's the only reason he walked away from her. She got in that car. She was like, she immediately went home, called her the lady that was her manager. "I'm gone. I'm leaving. Ain't nothing here for me." She packed up. I don't blame her. She got the heck up out of there. And then they showed him, there was a homeless girl, real pretty, and she was, stealing or whatever. She was under some stairs. He walked up on her, gave her that spiel, and drove her out to the mountains. And next thing you know, she waking up, beat up, bloody. He tied her up, and he lay next to her crying. I guess he's conflicted now about what he did. Remember I told you that constantly changing. So she rolls over. She said, "Hey," she says, "I guess things got a little out of hand last night, huh?" And he looked at her. She said, basically, "Let's keep what happened between the two of us." So she said, "Please don't tell anybody." So she was playing on his psyche. And so, like, let's just be homies, we good. So he was like, "Okay." So they get in the car. He puts in the car, shut the door, and he goes to, she having a conversation with him, she being careful not to say nothing wrong to, tick him off or anything. And so what she does is he goes to a gas station. He had to pee. He says, "I got to go." He said, "You want anything out of here?" She's like, "No, thank you, I'm good." So she's sitting there, being herself like she was when she first met him, trying not to change up nothing. And so I guess as soon as that door shut, she was up. You didn't even see her get out the car. You just saw that the door was open. Next time they showed her, she was running. I mean, she was gone. She went next door to the establishment next door. So he comes out of the restaurant. He sees that the door open. He don't see her anywhere. He just standing there. All of a sudden, you hear the police sirens, and they arrest him. They take him down. Be still. Da, 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 da. And she's, watching in the window out of the place where she is. She's standing there. She's crying. And then they show on the screen. They say that it's been speculated that he's done murdered over 130 or more women and young little girls, and that there has been other women that have filed a report or whatever against him, and the police just didn't do their job, didn't believe, I don't know, but nothing was ever really done. The one time something was done, he was arrested, but then he was freed on bail or something. Anyway, he got out, continued to do what he was doing. But this young lady, she made sure she followed through. He was arrested. He was going up for parole to see about being released. That same young lady showed up, and they said she put the nail in the coffin to make sure he does not get out. So not only did she do what she needed to do to get that man arrested, but she followed through to make sure he stayed arrested. He ended up dying. I don't know if it was because of old age, I forgot, or if they killed him in prison. I don't remember that part. But it was really good to me because, again, it's based off a true story, and it just reflects how you just never know. It's so hard to trust people, and it's sad as well that you even have to, go through that, Most people want to just be happy, want to be loved and love in return, no one wants to go through that, right? So anyway, guys, watch it, check it out, and tell me what you think. We can talk about it. But it is 7:20, so I'm gonna go ahead and get signed in here, get ready to work. Praying that it is a blessed day. Well, it's a blessed day already, right? It's the day that the Lord has made, and I'm going to rejoice and be glad in it. I'm gonna have to unplug everything that's plugged up, because already it's too hot. When it get hot like this, I can't breathe. It's like this up. It's that type of hot where it's just everything. You feel like everything's sticking up to you. Guys, enjoy the rest of your Testimony Tuesday. Remember to say your prayers, not just for your family, friends, and loved ones, but all your brothers and sisters in Christ. Treat people the way the Lord would, guys, and expect great things to happen to you, through you, and for you. Okay? Again, for me, every day is a testimony. Talk to you guys later. Alright, guys, I am on my break. Lunch break, and what I'm doing is, let me use the same one, trying to rush here, and I took out the pork loin to make for today, because what I made yesterday went so fast, and it wasn't a real big one. But it's still potatoes and stuff left. Let's see. They'll ask me to take out chicken. I can't tell if this is chicken or not. Looks like it. Or is it pork chop? I don't know. Whatever it is, I took it out. So that's that. And what I'm going to do is the potatoes and stuff from yesterday. I'm gonna put in this pan, and then I'm gonna cook the pulled pork. I mean pork. Why I keep saying pulled pork? The pork loin that I have for today. I'm gonna cook that. And then when it's almost, well, when it's done, I will put this stuff back in there, because there's no need of making more of this. The potatoes and stuff that's left over, because like I said, it was more of that than it was meat. So we'll reheat that later. And I'm just gonna get the meat over in this pan. Oh, turn the oven on, and then let it burn. Let me turn this on hot. My lunch break is for half an hour. One moment. Sorry, y'all. I took Jeremiah off. I didn't know if he was okay with being recorded. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, I'm going to take out the chicken, but I ain't sure if that's chicken or not. Whatever it is, it's out. Right here, I don't know if it's chicken or pork chop, but I didn't.
Man, well, my hand is ashy.
Huh?
I don't know what that is, but what's with the ground beef?
We gotta get some more taco shells and cheese and stuff.
Alright.
So I gotta mention that to him. I don't know if he still got stuff left or not.
I saw him yesterday when he was at the store using the link card.
He probably forgot. So busy.
I thought we should get the taco store.
I took it out. It's gotta be either pork chop or chicken. Unless he was talking about this, because he put the stuff up, so I don't know. Unless he's talking about this with chicken breast and this is drumsticks. I'm gonna leave that out. Honey, y'all gonna finish these ribs down here?
That's the real thing.
Oh, the chicken. I thought it was ribs. It's chicken. And then it's.
That's the little stuff you cook.
Not this. I meant in the. Okay. Alright. Oh, and I still got some pepper steak if you want. Okay. Alright, y'all. Sorry. I was getting the meat. He was looking at it too to see what I took out, because I don't know if that's pork chop or we'll see when it unthaws. Either way, he probably had in his mind chicken, but whatever that is, he'll be cooking that, because I already took it out. I didn't know. And I didn't feel like putting it back. Just like this meat. If I didn't know he was going to cook something, I would have never took this out. And since it had already unthawed, I'm not going to put it back in there. I'm just going to go ahead and cook it. And then whatever he decides to do, I mean, this will be in there. Y'all know me, I'm moving fast because, like I said, I don't have that much time. And I have a lot to do in this little time. And I'm going to wash stuff in the refrigerator, bowls and things. I'm like, what is this? So, get that stuff washed. Okay. Alright, you guys, that's all. I'm gonna put some seasoning on it. Then I'm gonna cover it because I don't want that grease and stuff popping everywhere. I thought about that this morning. I was like, wait a minute. My nice little coffee area over there getting all contaminated with the grease. Just a little bit of salt. Not a lot on that side. And then, let's see, where's that seasoning? I've been using lately, which is really good. This Mexican spice. It already has some seasoning on it. I'm just pretty much adding to it. I'm going to add the rest of that. So when this is done, I'm going to flip it over so it can get a little crust on the other side as well. And so right here, y'all gonna see my little fat back side. Yeah, Jeremiah was home. He was just saying how they're training people. And so once that's over in the prime time pickup, it'll get busy. So he just been working either no work or part time. That there. Okay, I make some fresh water. Now guys, I'm not going to cut up another onion or anything to go with. I'm not going to cut up another onion or anything to go with what's on the stove now because of what I have that's going to go over in that. Already has onion and bell pepper and all that in there, so I don't want to overdo that, right? So let's just dishwater. So I did kind of clean out the refrigerator a bit, get everything in there that's, you know, need to go in the garbage, put it in the garbage. Whatever dishes need to be washed, I went ahead and took them out. And I'm just gonna do all of that right now. Wash these few, you know. That's it done. back in the room with me. It is 12:16. So yeah, from 12 to 12:30. Done with that. Yeah, I realized with my gloves, one is larger than the other. I mean, not larger. They're both the same hand. I think it's pork chop maybe. I can see. But they still work. Nose keep really. Stay here for now. Okay. Put enough water so it don't evaporate real quick, but that it cooks real good. I think this is. Oh, I know what this is. Oh, dang. Oh. Definitely not chicken. Doggone it. Okay. This is that pot roast. Oh, goodness. That's that pot roast. Let's see if he'll go in this bag so it can be seen, and I'll write on there at some point. Okay. Yeah. I don't know why I didn't figure that out at first. That's what that was. Pot roast, y'all. Dang it. I thought it might have been pork chops all balled up in there together, but it's that pot roast. I remember now, he cooked part of it. Okay. Alright, let's see. Another one now, what is another half? Chicken. So, okay. So I'm assuming that's what he meant. I'm going to take these out. And even with that, you don't even need to cook all of that. So I think as it unthaws, let me see if I can just break it down if I got time. All of this don't need to come out because they're big. So about half of that. So as this side unthaws here, I'm running it under cold water. As that side unthaws, then I will take it out, cut it up, because these two alone should make, but it's also the ribs, so it may be 1, 2. I think these two alone should make at least 4 to 5 pieces. I don't want to take out all of it. I have to wait till it unloosens to see, because there's a possibility that there's 2 more up underneath there, right? So this will be 2, 4, and which should make 6. So we don't need all of that, right? But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see as it unthaws. Okay. See as it unthaws. Come back in a minute. We don't want to, you know, when it comes down to chicken and stuff, and I'm not putting it in the refrigerator because it's too big. And like I said, I'll be back in a few to check on it. I should just set it over in some big old thing of cold water, but yeah. There we go. Put this here. Alright, my cup. 12:22. I still got a few minutes to just sit down for a moment. So that's on 300. I'm gonna let that cook. 12, let's just say 12:20. I put it in. 12. I'll check on it on my last break. My last break of the day is at 1:45. I'll check on it then. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm tired. Y'all say you had packages, but I didn't get no bill. Nobody rung the bell or anything. And like I told him, because I'm working, he's gonna have to make sure to tell them to ring the bell and then to wait a bit. Because if I'm working, I'm not. What I'm doing is more important. So obviously I want the package to be delivered, don't get me wrong. And Jay is here, so he'll hear the bell ring. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for hanging out with me on my lunch break. I'll follow up with you guys a little bit later in the day. Bye. Hello, good evening, you all. It is October 22nd, still Tuesday. It is 4:45 p.m. When I got off work at 4:30 because I had a late call, I went and I seasoned the meat for Lavelle, who's actually just coming in, so that's perfect. It's just sitting right now. Let me show y'all what he did. But he claimed he coming back. I don't care what he say, he forgot. Look. Light on, water running. Light on, water running. But he said he coming back. I say you forgot. So let me turn that off. Now that the meat is, food I cooked is done. The meat is sitting, marinating. But as y'all can see, it's brighter in here since I took the bulb out, right? I had to have Jeremiah come loosen it. Once he couldn't get it off because his hand's too fat, but once he loosened it for me, I was able to get it off. So I'm gonna go ahead and change this bulb right quick. Don't know if y'all will be able to see me or not. I know I look a little funny, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. We all been there. I'm comfortable. That's what's important. You don't like it? Look away. Look away. Left. Woo! Thank good the bed was there. Thank God the bed was there, like a concrete. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Don't electrocute me, Lord. I know I'm supposed to turn the light on. Isn't that brighter? Brighter. See if I can put it back now. Y'all might see some gut, but that's alright. Again, look away if you need to. I'm comfortable. Okay. Alright. as the chair don't spin on me. It's much brighter without the thing. All right. One down, y'all. Woo. A little bit, still a little bit. Feed my plants some water. Alright. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this one. Okay. One down. And I think the one in the bathroom needs to be done. It's funny how they all blow at the same time, and it's always that one freaking side. So this one up here needs to be done, and yep, bathroom needs to be done, and I know for sure the kitchen. Now I never could undo the one closest to the door, but that's okay. So I'm gonna put y'all on hold while I can go see if I can loosen that up and put that bulb. Let me see. I don't think y'all will be able to see me. Let's see. And I may have to, like I said, have everybody come and loosen it for me. Let's see. That's funny. I put it back up there tight. Couldn't get it back down. Okay, y'all won't be able to see. Alright, so I'll be back. I'll show y'all once I put them all in. If I put them all in.